Melbourne is the second largest city in Australia. It is the capital of Victoria. It is famous for the developed railway system, train in particular. Melbourne is also famous for the Yarra River that lies at the center of Melbourne City. It is the river which allowed the Europeans landing at the Enterprise Park in Melbourne in 1853 and establishing the first permanent settlement on the banks of the Yarra. After boarding, John Batman traded the land along the Yarra River with Aboriginal people using household items such as blankets, poles, and pens, and signed the Batman Treaty. They then started to develop the city of Melbourne with the first formal town plan named after the surveyor Robert Hoddle, who marked it out in 1837. The city developed step by step, and in 1845, the first bridge of Melbourne was built. It is a crude timber trestle bridge, just downstream of the present Princess Bridge. The single-span Princess Bridge was built in 1850 to replace the timber trestle bridge. This structure spanned the river with a single arch, which was the longest stone arch ever built in Australia. It was demolished 34 years later, and the present bridge opened in 1888. The routine of Yarra River has been changed later for safety and convenience when people started to move to the south. The city has developed for hundreds of years and finally become the Melbourne we well know now. This is the road of the video tour around the Yarra River. We start from the south bank, from the Catherine Street of the Crown Casino, travel towards west, and walk across the river to the north bank. Then we have a walk here. The Catherine Street of the Crown Casino is quite busy during the day. Many people hand over with their friends or families. We also have travelers with camera. We can see people enjoying the time in open space with public facilities, sometimes even without facilities. People bring their own stuff to the open space and hold activities which brings life to the space. As we walk through the river to the other side of the river bank, we can clearly see the comparison of buildings between the two sides of the Yarra River. On the north bank, we can see stuccoed with old blocks and fancy glass surface buildings, whereas on the south bank, the buildings are more modern and spaces are more carefully designed. There's clearly less pedestrians heading over on the north bank compared to the south bank. It is probably because there are less open space on the north bank for people to hold activities. Also, there's less sunlight. The development of the city can also be seen along the Yarra River. One of the largest train stations, the Flinders Street Station, is built on the north bank of the Yarra River, which later developed into one of the public traffic centers as it has become the south gate of the Melbourne CBD and connect the two sides of the river. The Flinders Street Station gives more potentials for the railway to travel towards the south. Once the public transportation becomes accessible, Melbourne started to develop its south bank, the Rail Southgate, which is a shopping mall that is also built by them. This is a multicultural city. It welcomes people and cultures from all over the world. Melbourne also has many big parks, gardens, and some open spaces.